Hey, what's up, everybody? It's BDF44. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I ran over here to make this video. This is a video that I'm pretty excited about. Now, as you guys know, if you follow me, I tend to want my team to go after young players most of the time. Whatever team I'm rooting for, I believe in youth. I believe in fresh legs. I believe in being able to mold players into having the right habits. And if you get a player young enough, no matter what they are, if they have enough natural talent, you can mold them with the right coaching and the right fit, the right situation. I think for this particular player, the Lakers are a very good fit, and of course, for our current situation, he's pretty much exactly what we need. And in fact, there's no pretty much about it. He is what we need. The thing about it is, and I haven't told you this player's name on purpose because just keeping it going. I don't know. I'll probably mention him in the thumbnail anyway, but let's keep going. This player is somebody that I mentioned in my last video. And in my opinion, I didn't think that his team should move on from him. I think they should probably move on from the other guy who's in front of him. Makes more money, older, kind of capped off on his upside at this point, even though he's fantastic. But let's just get to it. The player I want the Lakers to acquire, the rumors are flying around right now, is Mo Bamba. Now, of course, as I said in my last video, where I did a rundown of all the players I would add to my expansion draft, I said that he would be a great player to have on the expansion draft, but I wouldn't put him on there because I think he should stay with Orlando. I think the Orlando Magic should see his production through, see his development through, because I think it'll be worth it. And I love Vucevic. I think Vucevic is an all-star. I think he's going to remain an all-star. He may even play himself into a higher status than that at some point. He's just a guy who continues to get better and better, and he has a lot of natural ability doing just about everything offensively. And he's not that bad defensively, to be honest with you. He's really not a bad defender either. So Vucevic is somebody that I can totally see the Orlando Magic choosing him over Mo Bamba, being that Mo Bamba has not panned out, and they do have a center. But they just took him so high. I figured they would, and they have a young team, so I figured he would fit their timeline better. But I guess they're giving up on the kid or considering giving up on him for the right price or what have you. I can understand that. You look at his production, you look at his injury history. It's not a whole lot to like, to be completely honest with you. And that's why I think this is a good space for him. The Lakers are a great place for him. One, there's no pressure for him to be any good. Not early. No pressure at all. He doesn't have to score a lot at all. He doesn't have to rebound a lot at all. Hell, keep it honest with you, he doesn't even have to play a lot. But what he is the player with the longest arms ever recorded in the NBA Combine. Longer than Gobert's, longer than Manute Bol, longer than Anthony Davis. You get the point. The longest. And he's a pure shooter. A guy that tall and that long is a pure shooter. Understand what I'm saying to you. He prefers to shoot mid-range jumpers and three-point shots than he does to be in the paint. Now, that could prove to be annoying, but not when you have Anthony Davis, because Anthony Davis would much rather play with somebody who's not clogging the paint. By the way, if the Lakers don't go after Mo Bamba, the Pelicans need to, for obvious reasons. But let's get back to what we're talking about here. So the Lakers obviously are dealing with an injury to Anthony Davis. This can probably keep him out for longer than 2 weeks, even though they're saying 2 to 3 weeks. I'm hoping it's more like 4 to 6. And we're dealing with Marc Gasol at our center position, and we know he's not really there to give us the minutes that we need him to be giving us. I personally think it's time for Trez to shine, and I think his production is going to take a step in a great direction with AD's absence. We're going to use him more, and I expect a lot out of him. Just like he gave the Clippers, I expect him to be great for us over the next couple weeks. His value is going to go up. But we still need a center. And I think going in the direction of youth, being that we're built around LeBron James, is a smart thing. Now, here's what I have to say to Laker Nation about Mo Bamba, and what you guys are going to have to sit through and understand. Mo Bamba is not a productive player in the NBA right now. In fact, I don't think sending him to the G League would be a bad idea at this stage in his career. I don't think he's going to contribute to a whole lot of our success this year. I don't. If you look at his numbers, he's not that productive yet. Now, granted, again, he's playing behind Vucevic. And he's had a lot of injury issues to start his career. He had a broken leg last year, healed up, then he got COVID, and he had it bad. In fact, he had it really bad. But he's back on the floor now. He's healthy for the Orlando Magic. He's in uniform, and he's ready to go. I think the Orlando Magic are just tired at this point. They're tired of waiting on him. They have a center again. There's no reason for them to move forward. I think they're just ready to cut bait and see what they can get for him and just move on with their lives. And I said that yesterday in my video too. Sometimes you just get tired of watching kids. You know, you draft them to be one thing. They don't pan out to be that. And then it's like, God, we're sitting through this kid's production. It's frustrating. We don't have a winning situation. He probably would much rather get out of here, you know, that kind of thing. So I can totally see why Orlando would cut bait. Not mad at them for that at all. Unfortunately for them, his value isn't very high at all. He has no value at this point. Because of the fact that his numbers are extremely low and he's been injured all this time. But if you remember, he was drafted high. I don't think he was any lower than 9th pick, 8th pick, something like that year. And it's only been 2 years. Mo is not 21 yet. Mo is still a kid. And that is a great thing for us because we can mold him again to whatever we want him to be. Teach him how to play the Laker way. Teach him how to be a Laker. And again, no pressure on him to be great or nothing like that. We're not looking at him to be Anthony Davis or no crazy crap like that. Just come in, put your arms up, block a shot or two, pull down a board here and there, dunk the ball when you can, shoot when you get it open, and just sit down and watch LeBron and Anthony Davis teach you how to be a winner. And in 4 years, 5 years' time, we'll forget all about these struggles. You'll be the leading shot blocker in the league, averaging probably over 15 points and like 4 blocks, because there's no way he's not going to average higher than most blocking shots. I mean, he's going to block shots when he's not even trying to. And then in like 3 years' time, when he's fully developed, Anthony Davis is still here, we literally have the most prolific shot blocking tandem in the league. That's what Mo Bamba and Anthony Davis will be. When LeBron James is on his final push for his final ring, he will be playing with 2 of the greatest shot blockers the league will have at that time. I'm telling you, if we can get him for a low price, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that should keep us from making this move. You should be very excited about this kid if you're a Laker fan. He fits what we are. The expectations are on the floor. The expectations at this point is that he's a bust, completely and utterly a bust. If he gives us even a little bit of what we need him to be right now, he can help us steer through this AD situation, regardless of where it takes us. He will help us. And most importantly, he'll keep Marc Gasol fresher. You see, he'll keep Marc fresh because we won't ever have to put Marc on the floor in situations that he's not absolutely needed in. And if Mo is struggling, then we can bring Marc in. So it's not like we're reliant upon either of them to do anything. And again, Trez is going to be taking most of the minutes anyway, so you're not worried about whether or not you're going to be able to get production from the center position. You got a guy who's ready to go. So it's like there's no reason not to do this unless the Magic just want a price that we can't give them. I know one Laker fan on online said that we should try offering up KCP in a first-round pick. Absolutely not. There is no way Mo Bamba's value is that high. I know he was a lottery pick, but KCP is a champion and a first-round pick is a first-round pick. He is neither worth that, either one of those 2 things. 2 second-round picks, I can do that. A back-in-the-bench player like McKinney, maybe throw in Costas Antetokounmpo, even though I would rather not give up on him either because he's long and he can help us, and I think he has a future in this league too. But that type of a second rounder and McKinney and another throw-in piece should get it done. You have to pay for the fact that they drafted him high, but you can also knock down a bit of the price, being that he hasn't lived up to that draft status. So it's like, you know, it should balance itself out. He should not cost us too much to get. And if it does cost us, we move on. But we do remember what we want him to be, and we do understand that he does not have value right now. And this is the last time you'll be able to get him for dirt cheap. Because as soon as he gets on the floor and actually gets healthy, his value is going to skyrocket off the sheer fact that he's longer than everybody else. And he can shoot a shot. Do you know how valuable a 7-foot shooter actually is in the NBA? Do I need to tell you? Look at all the shooters who are making money. Shooters are making more money than they deserve because shooting is a premium in this era. So is shot blocking. He embodies both. So there's nothing to talk about. Mo Bamba is someone that I want to bring onto this team right now, and he's somebody that I'm not expecting to do anything right now. Simple as that. I will concede to you guys that I expect him to struggle. I expect him to come in and piss us off. He's not going to play well. He's not going to give us a whole lot of production. Laker fans are going to be screaming, trade him, trade him, trade him, trade him. I'm telling you what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. And I don't care because I'm seeing past that. Because I know what he's going to be 3 years from now, and that's somebody you're going to be like, how the hell did we get him for so low a price? That's what you're going to say. So bring him in, expect him to struggle, play him a couple minutes. You ain't giving him no 30 minutes a night, nothing like that. He's a 15, 10-minute guy right now. But you get him in on that floor with guys like Kyle Kuzma. You get him on that floor with guys like THT. And I promise you, he will improve before the end of the season. If you give him consistent, even garbage time minutes, get him in the G League for a couple of games, let him get his feet wet, let him have like a 20, 30-point game in the G League because I know he can act a fool out there. That's what he needs. And you bring him back slowly. And when you do, you will be so very happy you acquired this guy. I'm telling you, Laker fans, just be patient with him if we get him. It's going to suck for a little bit. He's not a productive player yet, but his metrics are not to be trifled with. You can't build a player that of his status in 2K. If you try to build him, you won't be able to. That's how much of a cheat code he actually is physically. So he's very skinny. He's going to have to put on a lot of weight. Again, he doesn't play in the paint, so you're not expecting him to be putting his back to the basket, being an old school center, but he fits this era center because he can shoot, and he runs the floor very well. That's another thing about this guy. He's big, but if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, before he went on his growth spurt, he too was a guard, which is why he has these shooting skills. So his upside could be insane, honestly. Could be insane. But he just has to get healthy and stay healthy. And look, the health issues, that's another thing I want to express to everybody. The health concerns are not going to stay the way they are because the player's conditioning grows over time. When he puts that muscle on his body, he's no longer going to be as frail as he was before. Think about a guy like Steph Curry and his ankles. Think of a guy like DeJounte Murray, who's had injury issues every year. Now he's playing like an all-star. You just got to let guys fill out. Get their bodies about themselves, get their traps, get their chest, get their legs. Once that happens, then you'll see what they can actually become. But while a guy's a youngster, a guy's a kid, he ain't been in the gym before a year, he's not going to be able to show you what he's going to be 3, 4, 5 years down the road after 4 or 5 years of real iron pushing. So please be patient with Mo Bamba. He's going to turn into exactly what I'm telling you he's going to turn into because, like I said, his metrics are going to make it so that he productive. You don't even have to get that good of a player to be productive. Think Giannis in regards to that. Is Giannis the most skilled guy in the world? We know he's not. But does he fall into defensive statistics without even trying? Of course. Why? Because of length. Bamba has more length than Giannis. He's a bigger person than Giannis. If we get him in the gym, get him in love with his fitness and his nutrition, you're going to see somebody turn into something that you're like, what the hell? Where did this guy come from? Get him early. Get him early. It's just like stocks. You see a penny stock, you know you believe in the company, but it's still low. The value's low. You load up. Back the Brinks truck up right now. That's what Mo Bamba is. You buy low. So I hope the right people see this video. I know nobody's going to see this video right now, but I would love to think that somebody's going to see this video and be intrigued about what it is I'm saying. Hopefully not the wrong people, another team's GM or something. But seriously, Mo Bamba is the guy for the Lakers, the Pelicans. I can think of several teams, the Nets. All of you idiots, excuse my language, I don't mean to call people idiots, but all of y'all need to go try to get Mo Bamba. There should be a bidding war for that youngster. Which could raise his value, but I think I'm alone in this. I don't think as many people are excited about him as I am. I just know what he's going to be. So there's that. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully Mo Bamba's in purple and gold by the end of the week. The sooner we do this deal, the happier I'll be. Like I said, I'm super excited. I love this kind of stuff. I believe in projects, especially if the guy's metrics are insane and crazy, God-given talent metrics. You got to acquire those guys when you get the opportunity to. But for the right price. That part is very important because a lot of things can go wrong in this Mo Bamba thing. He could continue to have injury issues. He could not pan out, maybe just stop loving the game. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that can happen here that make it so that you would be wise not to overpay for a kid that's not productive yet. You don't overpay. You don't pay for what you think he's going to be. You acquire him for what he is, and you turn him into that. So that's my opinion. That's how I see it. My name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching. Take your time, AD. Don't come back too soon. I'm out. Peace.